What you got there? I wrote you both a poem for Thanksgiving.
A poem?
Ooh. It's called My Thankful Teacher Poem. Thank you, teachers, every day for helping me learn and laugh and play. You read me stories and help me write. You make the classroom warm and bright. I'm thankful for the smiles you give. They make school such a fun place to live. These feelings deep down in my heart are true. I'm really, really thankful for you. Happy Thanksgiving, Miss Bunker and Miss Louder. Being your student, I couldn't be prouder.
Oh,
That was amazing.
you wrote that yourself? Color us impressed, lady.
Tell them how long it took you. Not long, like 10 minutes. And that's why she was my bestie for the resty. Well, it just so happens that Susie also wrote a Thanksgiving poem.
I did? Oh, yeah, I did.
Go ahead then. Tell it to them. She memorized hers.
Thanksgiving is great. Most of the stuff in here I hate. Except for you guys, of course. I want to eat now. I don't want to wait. So can we wrap this whole thing up so I can go home and put mac and cheese on my plate? Ta-da!
Amazing. I love it.
Okay.
An absolute prodigy.
So you have no idea who's complaining about us?
I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, I've got a couple guesses.
Now hold on. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you going around accusing everybody and their mother. Let's just keep this under wraps for now and see if anything else pops up. Do not, and I mean do not, approach any parent about this until we have more information. Do you understand?
We hear you. Now beat it, corn turd!
I should write you up for that.
Do it then. Who in the H.E. Double Washington Monuments is complaining about us behind our backs?
Oh, I'll tell you who. I've got two guesses, actually. I mean, Miss Smith is at the top of my list for sure. And then, do you think Natalie's mom could be doing it? You know, she's not exactly our number one fan.
Yeah, but Susie's mom could run us over with a monster truck and not even bat an eye.
Sure, but I still think it could be a toss-up between the two. Have a great day, sweetie. Morning. What's crawled up your cracks today and made a nest in your butt hair?
Oh, you tell us.
Excuse me?
Reel it in. We have to approach this carefully. Fine. Miss Smith, do you think our classroom has a distinct smell?
Stop. Yeah, it smells like Cheerios and Play-Doh in here. Or urine and Play-Doh, same thing.
Huh. And what do you think about our bulletin board over there?
Why would I give a f about your bulletin board?
Just answer the question.
It surprisingly doesn't look bad.
Well, what?
I said it doesn't look bad. Shh, go home and write it in your diary. I don't think that lady would do anything anonymously.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. But then who the heck's doing it?
Have a great day, sweetie. Well, I thought that they would appreciate hearing some feedback. Feedback can be an excellent catalyst for growth. Until this anonymous complainer can grow a spine and say it with their entire chest, I'm not interested. I told you that. And you guys shouldn't be either. You're both doing an amazing job.
We know.
Oh, no, wait. What's the next one say?
We're tabling it. Might as well. Let's hear it.
I'm curious. I'm not. I've got actual important stuff to handle. Mr. Bunker used the term brainstorm in class. This is highly offensive to children afraid of storms.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. They have a point. Words matter. I'm just saying, doesn't hurt to be thoughtful.
I don't look good in orange. I don't look good in orange. I don't look good in orange.
In my son's elementary school last year in 3rd grade, a group of students at recess got some sticks and formed a pentagram and started making a circle to summon a demon. Teachers caught them and parents were called. Maybe a priest too. Call a priest while you're at it. I was in grade 1 and had a friend on either side of me holding my hands and pulling me while I slid along the ice on the playground. I slipped and took out one of my friends and she fell on top of me. I went back to class with a sore arm. Pretty sure I spent the whole day at school, and it could have been days later when I was taken to the hospital to find out my arm was broken. This would have been 1972. Yeah, that's terrible. That actually reminds me of my own story. So back in third grade, I was out on the playground playing at recess, as one does, and I was playing soccer. And I was in the goal, and my friend kicked the ball, and I put my hand up to block it, and it broke my left arm, broke my left arm. But at the time, I went to the nurse, and she told me it was fine, didn't look swollen, which it doesn't have to look swollen to be broken. Fun fact. And she sent me back to class for the whole rest of the day. This nurse didn't know that I had also broken my arms like 4 times before that. And so I was really prone to doing that. And so she sent me back to class. I went home. My mom turned into Miss Smith and was pissed. She gave the nurse an earful. Of course, I was at school with a broken arm all day. And 2 days later, I was out at recess again, and I was playing kickball this time. And the ball was kicked at me. I was the pitcher, and I threw the ball, and the ball was kicked right at me. Instead of deflecting it with my hard cast, I put my other hand up, and I broke this arm 2 days later. I couldn't do anything. Couldn't write, couldn't wipe myself in the bathroom, TMI, but yeah, it was a tough few weeks. Back to it. Kindergarten students would tell us that one boy was peeing at the fence every day at recess. When the teacher asked him, he said, "No, I'm not peeing." For a week, these kids would come and tell us that the boy was peeing. Finally, we followed the boy and come to find out he was pooping at the fence. Pooping. When questioned, he said, "You asked if I was peeing." Mom said the boy would not poop in the toilet, so she just let him poop outdoors at home. We know it's got to be someone that hasn't come in to meet us yet, because they called you Mr. Bunker twice now. That's not a typo anymore.
Who the hell is so obsessed with us?
No, seriously. It's got to be someone that thinks you're a man.
Right? What is that?
It's got to be someone that hasn't come in to meet us.
Exactly what we just said.
I mean, that narrows it down. There are actually a bunch of parents we haven't met yet.
Well, when back to school night is scheduled on a Saturday, of course half the class isn't going to come.
Leave it to Corn Turd to muck it up.
Where was Jones that week?
Some conference. Susie?
What are you doing?
She's got to know something, right?
Worth a shot, I guess.
Stop. Hey.
Hey.
So listen.
Hey.
So anyway, does anyone ever complain in here about how it smells?
How it smells?
I mean, only when Rachel farts.
Oh, that girl knows how to clear a room.
It's so grody.
A lot of stink in that little body, huh?
No, ew. Okay, anyone saying that they can't eat gluten?
Gluten?
What's that? Never mind. You can go back to your seat.
Okay.
We may never know. I'm okay.
Legos everywhere. Does that girl not watch where she's walking or what?
Just leave it. We'll get it after recess.
Timothy!
Was that thunder? Oh no, sweetie. Susie just spilled some Legos.
Oh.
That was a scary sound though, wasn't it?
Head on back to your seat. We're about to head out to recess, okay?
Okay, Mr. Bunker.
What?
If you've ever been in a classroom, have you ever had anything crazy happen outside at recess? Today's teachers have, and I promise you, you won't believe some of these stories. There just so happened to be a nudist colony a mile down the road. Was not expecting this story. We had our first graders outside for recess. We saw a group of kids gathering by the fence facing the highway. Another teacher and I went over there and were flabbergasted. There was an old man riding his bicycle naked. We quickly blew the whistle and got the kids inside. It was crazy. I think saying it was crazy is a little bit of an understatement. A kindergarten girl dug a hole behind a tree and pooped in it. Short, sweet, to the point. High school, summer school. When I was teaching summer school back in the early 2000s, the kids would have a 10-minute break every hour and 15 minutes. It was only from 8 to 12, so there were 2 of them. One of the kids drove every day, so he had his own car. During the break, he let one of the other students who didn't drive or have a driver's license have the keys to his car and let her drive his car in the parking lot.
No, she didn't know how to drive and drove all over, and I'm just thankful she didn't hit anything or anybody. So I suspended both kids and said they couldn't come back unless with a parent. The mom of the girl was told that it didn't happen because no adult saw it happen, and her daughter told her she didn't do it. Well, in that case, there were multiple witnesses and an adult aide that witnessed it. The father of the boy whose car it was came in and we had a discussion about how he cannot drive to summer school for the next 2 weeks and needed to be brought to school or walk. Father agreed with me, so the boy was able to come in and finish summer school, and the girl was suspended and not allowed back. There you go. I had a 5th grade student who ignored all playground rules. He would swing sideways and crash into other kids on the swings. So after multiple verbal warnings, I removed him from the swings. He likewise showed disregard for his safety or that of his classmates on the monkey bars and on the tall slide. I then removed him from those activities and had him come and stand next to me for the remainder of recess. I turned for a minute to answer the question of a colleague, only to turn back to see him standing on top of the chin-up bar. Before I could speak to him, he was on the ground. He ended up with a concussion, diagnosed at the local ER a couple of hours later. Not one of the 4 emergency contact numbers reached anyone to come and get him. Eventually, his grandfather was able to come get him, but took him home and told him he was fine. Once he was able to return to classes, he did much better on the playground. Well, that's a lesson learned for sure. I walked over to a kindergartner who was digging into the dirt ground, asked what they were doing. The reply was, "I'm trying to find Bloody Mary so she won't get me first."